So my name is Maddie Strange, and I'm the digital brand ambassador at Winzenried with Real Estate Partners. And I'm here with Christi and Christina, who recently worked with team member Brandon to purchase a home. So hi.
Hi.
So we have some questions for Christi and Christina. So the first one is, why did you decide to buy, and how did you know it was the right time?
So we actually were supposed to get married during COVID, but unfortunately, due to everything, we had to postpone our wedding. So we were pretty bummed out about that and decided to take it a more positive way. Said, okay, so we have to skip the wedding for now. Let's go ahead and do stage 2. Let's buy a house. Yep. So we missed a wedding, but we got a house. So our wedding is rescheduled for 2022.
Good. Everyone had such different plans this past year, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Good that you got a house out of it at least.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Brandon made it so much easier.
Were you nervous or concerned about anything in the home buying process as you changed your plans to buy a home sooner?
We knew nothing about the whole process when we started. I mean, YouTube videos can only show you so much, but luckily we had an amazing agent who walked us through the whole process, and he was fantastic. We could always text him with a question and say, hey, is this something I talked to my mortgage person about, or you, or someone completely different that I don't know about? Otherwise, just the market itself.
Yeah. The market was really intense and pretty difficult to work with, because all the information that you had from, like, if you do any research on it, it would all be out of date because the market just completely changed.
Yeah. I had a family member try and walk me through the steps, and none of them applied. I mean, during this market, people were having to forego their inspections. They were having to make an offer after seeing a property once for 15, 20 minutes. And we offered on a lot of properties.
Yeah, probably.
I would say at least 9.
Yeah.
Before we finally got one that worked.
Toured a lot more.
Yeah, we toured dozens. But when we got this place, there were 21 offers total. And the sellers went with us. And it was the greatest outcome I could think of. But I might be biased.
You mentioned that you're big fans of Brandon. What were you looking for in a real estate agent when you started out?
So we really wanted someone that wanted to get to know us and the things that we're looking for. We've heard horror stories about realtors that see people as just numbers. And we didn't want that. We didn't want to be just, one out of dozens. We wanted to be, Christi and Christina. So it was great working with Brandon. He immediately figured out which one of us was which, got to know us, learned about our pets and the things that we need in a house. And he would text us, hey, I added one to the site. I think you're really going to like it. So it was just a wonderful process with him.
What stood out to you during the process of buying a home in the crazy market and touring a lot of homes? Was there anything in particular that was different than what you expected?
The whole thing was different than I expected. Honestly, like I said, the market's so crazy right now. It felt like it was constantly changing. So I didn't realize how many moving parts there are to purchasing a house. I thought it was kind of, you talk to the bank, then you talk to a realtor, then you find your house, and that's it. But just getting from point A to point B takes about 15 steps, and then about 45 between point B and C. And it's good to have a team on your side that really knows what they're doing and wants to help you.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for someone who's thinking about buying or selling a home in this market, in this time?
Watch the market.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to reach out. Find a good, solid team, because Brandon was there for us when things were going very wrong at one point. And just knowing that he was working on it on his side really took a lot of stress off me.
Yeah.
It is a very stressful process. And you go into it thinking, you know, I can get this. I've got this. But then sometimes something happens. Like we had to change our lender at the very last minute.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. The house that we ended up purchasing, the bank's appraisal was $28,000 too low.
Yeah.
And our second appraisal appraised over what we offered.
Wow.
But we had to go to a completely different lender at the very last moment. And it was Brandon's suggestion, actually, of who to get in contact with. And he made sure this process worked.
Yeah.
And we're sitting in our house and we absolutely love it.
I love that. Was it so exciting when you finally got an accepted offer and all the lending stuff worked out?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. I remember Brandon called me while she was at work and I could not stop screaming for a couple of minutes. I was just so excited, and I called her at work and then she was excited, and the minute we got the keys and walked into the house, it was like starting our whole life.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess the last question is, would you hire Matt Winzenried Real Estate Partners again? And if yes, why? And if no, why not?
We would, but I mean, we don't want to go through this process again. We're pretty happy.
We love you guys, but we don't want to sell a house anytime soon. We're good. We like it here.
That's a great answer.
But in 50 years, if you guys are still, you know, rocking along, and we decide that this place, you know, needs a new family living in it, then we'll give you a call. But otherwise, we love it here.
We're good.
That's awesome. So I guess those are the last questions that I had. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Just thank you to Brandon.
Yeah.
And for all of you guys, really. But Brandon really went above and beyond to take care of us. And then he sent us a sweet card after we moved in, and it was just so thoughtful. He's just amazing.
He's on our Christmas list, Christmas card list.
We're going to send him a Christmas card.
Yep.
Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
Take care, Maddie.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.